On July 20th, 1916, under the witness of hundreds of millions of people around the world, Armstrong became the first astronaut to land on the moon. But after 1972, the United States never sent a man to the moon again. What exactly caused this? Is it, as some people say, is the moon a base for aliens to monitor the Earth? The story should start from the 1960s. At that time, the world happens to be in the Cold War. The United States and the Soviet Union, as superpowers at that time, in order to have more influence in the world, in the space race, we launched a multi-faceted confrontation. But not long after the beginning, the Soviet Union gained a considerable advantage in the space race. On April 12, 1960, the Soviet Union successfully launched the first manned satellite in human history. Yuri Gagarin also successfully became the first astronaut to go into space. When the Soviet Union had sent humans into space, the United States has not even launched any space program. Until 1950's creation, only then did we really start fighting with the Soviet Union. In order to pose some substantial threat to the Soviet Union, the United States even threatened to be on the moon. To detonate a nuclear bomb, this is the famous O9 plan. Fortunately, after NASA was founded, many scientists jointly suggested sending humans to the moon, instead of using violent means to bomb the moon. In 1960s, the United States has invested as much as $6 billion to support the Apollo program. It was a huge sum of money at that time, equivalent to $40 billion today. Although this plan costs a lot of manpower and material resources, but this is indeed a remarkable achievement in human history. To consolidate this influence, in the following years, the United States made several moon landings one after another. Soil and/or samples were also collected from the moon. But the cost of landing on the moon is extremely expensive. At that time, every landing on the moon cost nearly $20 billion, and in the United States, when you can't bear the huge financial pressure, the former Soviet Union disintegrated. At this point, the competition between the United States and the Soviet Union also ended that way. Subsequently, the United States began to look for various excuses in order to stop the Apollo program, because they have won the race with the Soviet Union. Finally, the Apollo space program came to an end with the successful return of Apollo 17 in 1972. Although there is enough evidence that the United States stopped landing on the moon for financial reasons, but there are still some voices of doubt. For example, some people say, this is a hoax in the United States, think that the United States did not land on the moon at all. All the photos and videos of landing on the moon were taken and produced on Earth. Others say, the United States first landed on the moon, they found an alien base on the moon. I didn't go to the moon because I was scared. However, with the landing of probes from various countries on the moon one after another, these unfounded conjectures will fall apart. Decades have passed, the space race has long been a memory. And now, with the continuous development of space tourism, Mars has become the next competition venue in the world. At present, NASA has sent multiple probes to Mars, and in addition to NASA, many countries and private companies in the world are also involved. Musk once said, it is planned to build 10 starships in the next 10 years, send 5 million people to Mars by 2050. There are still 30 years to go before the Mars program in 1950. If we can leave the Earth to live on another planet, would you be willing to try? I'm the captain, I've been there all the time.